Welcome today to Groove and Greet, guys, brought to you by Shelter Groove. I'm Vera Ilumba, and today we have a special guest on our show today. Our GM is here, and he goes by the name
Mr. Ugochukwu Ali. Thank you.
And we also have
Anita Benjamin.
Kingsley Ezejapu.
Yeah, and today we are going to be discussing real estate. But this time we're going to be talking about salesperson in real estate. Who is at an advantage, male or the females? Because when it comes to closing deals and who is favored in that aspect, so we're going to be discussing that because a lot of people be like, it's easier for women to do that because they are women, they have their use what you want to get what you want. And also guys will be like, it depends on the client. You can just easily, the world is going through something we don't know. So we're going to be discussing that today. So back to you guys. What do you guys think? GM, I want to hear from you because I also have my own. This thing is paining me. I have a lot to say. So you guys, tell me what you think.
Well, for me, I think it has to be the male that has the advantage, the good advantage. Why do I say so? Well, experience.
Mm-hmm.
When you approach a client, it's supposed to be client, and you're like, oh, I would like you to buy this. They will leave what you're telling them. Sure, that thing you're saying, they are not hearing, is not entering their head. They're already distracted by your looks. They're already looking at you, thinking of different things in their head. You understand? So I feel like, but if he's a male, like a male sales guy, and his clients to be, they are talking about business straight. Nobody is diverting to the other side. Do you get? So I feel like the male do have the good advantage.
Wait, when it comes to sales. I want to talk now, you're distracting me. So
you see exactly what I'm saying.
But that's an advantage that ladies have, because I think that when a lady approaches a guy, the guy already has all the attention. He's seeing her, he's listening to her, he's admiring her if she's pretty, and he's thinking about, okay, I would like to be able to, I want to even impress this lady. You understand? So I think it's easier for ladies to break doors, to break their eyes in terms of opening up new clients, new prospects, more than guys. I will tell you a story. I saw a content something on Twitter. I don't know if it's on Twitter or TikTok. So there's these two people, a lady and a guy. The lady went to go and prospect to a guy. The guy gave her money for coming, transport money for coming. Took her. You saw the clip. Yeah. She was showing him around. The guy was really very, very nice to her. But when they now bought a guy, the guy was just like, he was just, show me the place. Okay, I don't want to see it. Take me to the next place. He was so a bit harsh. At the end of the day, he opened his wallet and brought out dollars, like about $10 notes, and gave the lady for transport to go home. After giving her to come home, and then I looked inside his pocket and saw one dirty 1,000 naira note.
With that, he might not actually buy from the lady at the end of the day. If by the time he started telling her, oh, I like you, I would like us to hang, I like us to have one or two, and she'd be like, no. That's the end of the deal.
So is that really an advantage?
That's your perception. Me, I will talk about the reality, what I've experienced, what I've seen. I've been in sales for over 15 years, right? From when I was in the banking sector to now real estate. In fact, I will even talk about what happened recently. I went to meet a client, a big name for that matter. And we are discussing at the end of the day, when I was about to exchange contacts, he was interested more on the contact of the guy than I took them. My fellow colleague.
Exactly.
But I wasn't directly getting contact and information from the client again. He will pass the information to her, she tells me. And I was wondering, when I now, approach her, this, that, I say, don't worry, we'll close the deal. I still was okay, it's business. Unfortunately, this colleague of mine, a lady, left the business. She's no longer with us. And she diverted her to her new company.
Wow.
So you can imagine the shake there. So most times it favors the female. The only thing that as a woman you have to play wisely, take the advantage and close the deal.
And that's the point I was trying to make. Because we know that it is normal. It's not a, let me not say normal thing. It's usual. We see it a lot of times. Where is it, Mike? Give me Mike.
He's here. He's capturing
Okay.
your voice.
So we see it a lot of times where there is that male interest in a female salesperson. But I think that it's just about the experience and competence to be able to convert that interest the prospect has in you as a woman, to convert all of that into sales. Because there's a way you can apply tact, there's a way you can apply wisdom, and the guy doesn't get what he wants, but he gets to buy a property. I mean, he should be able to choose between making money for himself than having pleasure.
It depends. So there are people that are ready for the pleasure first.
Yeah, but I mean, that's where the wisdom comes in. To be able to get him to cross that line first. Once he crosses that line, you have closed your business. You can now, please, we're here for business. I'm not up for all of that. But he has done the thing you want him to do, which is to get the property sold. Simple. That's my own opinion. But
I can say 70 to 80% it favors the female. Just last week, I closed a deal. How did I close this? I've been talking with this client for long. I visited his office. I met him. He has the capacity to purchase the property. He's okay. He will always be posting me. Then I took Marianne and we closed the deal. The same last week.
Exactly. So there's a balance here. There's a balance here. There is something that men have that most women may not have, like normally. Men have this drive to get something done, right? Irrespective of the obstacles, the no's, the challenges, and everything, they have that drive to continue to push until they get the results, right? But most women, I'm not generalizing, but most women would give up at the first sign of challenges or no, to get, because for them it's just about soft life and all of that. So, but men have that perseverance to be able to push to the end. So even when the prospect keeps giving them that harsh attitude that they wouldn't give to a female salesperson, most men would, because their eyes are on the price, they'll keep going for it until the guy sees reason why he should buy that property, right? So, but if you now bring the two together, you can have a woman go with you as a guy. It helps to make everything smooth. It helps to open doors. It helps the guy to feel relaxed. While you're talking to him, he's looking at the girl, and all of that. And his interest is, okay, let me just use this one. So for him, it's like
they can no fuck up. This
Yeah.
babe,
Even on our
You go
side,
just agree.
even on our side, he helps us. Like when we go with a guy, at least it's to reduce his distraction. Be like, okay, guy, they here, make I, Even if he wants to say something, he won't say it at that time. Maybe after the deal.
Some men will collect the number in front of you. They'll say, I wait first. Babe, can I get
So they don't have shame.
Yes, now it's true. Many men don't have shame. This one, look, you are talking about shame when the guy wants what he wants.
Where
It's
is
not
not
about-
he has his money.
It's about him wanting what he wants, and if so.
But then I hear you guys talking a lot about taking a female with you.
Mm.
If you take a female with you, you are still the one in charge of the deal. Yeah, he's still dealing with you though. But like, we're talking about just a female trying to close a business deal
On her own.
on her own.
Mm.
Yeah. So like it would be more difficult for her to do so.
Yeah, it's
And
not
because
easy.
you still be getting those.
The difficulty.
Because a lot of guys will just be like, if you don't do what I want, why should I do what I want you want?
That difficulty is because of experience. That's experience. Experienced female marketers will tell you that, see, you play on the guys, whatever he wants, just play on it. Do you understand? Keep playing on it until he crosses the line. The line is that he makes the purchase. Once he closes, once the deal is done, that's when you can now remove this mask and now show him the other one and say, oh God, I beg, this is business. Do you understand? It is experience. There's a way you can guide the guy, skillfully guide the guy until he makes the deal. No problem, just don't worry, don't worry. It should be to go to Dubai with you next week, no problem. But I want to close this deal today. My guy at the office is on my neck. I need to meet my target for the week. Do you understand?
But there are some will be like they want the do now.
See,
Of course, what
see.
something they can just easily
But because the
So
do
that's
now,
like-
let me not go too raw. The do now, you can still, women have cycle. Have not.
Exactly. Give him an excuse.
You understand?
Yes.
Excuses are there.
Yes.
If he invites you to
Hey, it
hotel at
depends.
night,
So it depends on the person. You guys understand. There are some
we
men
ask
that
you
are
to show him.
adamant. You know, of course,
Well,
there are some men like that. They say they want to see.
If
I want to
like,
see.
after they have do what we want, what I want. Then we'll do that.
Yes, even if the benefit is for them, still.
If you are saying no, it's
part of the experience.
It's not going anywhere.
Part of the experience is you knowing that this is inevitable, that interest will always be there, and you put emphasis on the deal first, because at the end of the day, who is the deal in favor of? You need to be able to show him the money. I think that most men at the end of the day, many men will get to the point where they would have to weigh how much are they going to make and what's the value of the pleasure, supposed pleasure is supposed to derive from this. Do you understand? So if you get him to see the business opportunity first, my interest is to help you to make money, okay? Do you understand?
But then you're not the only salesperson
That he knows exactly. He can move to the next person.
There are ones that
so if you don't agree, you cannot really leave you and look for the next realtor.
In your phone, if you can just make call and say, "See, I have another person."
Like
he's on a rare case. He's on a rare case.
It's not rare.
It's
not rare. It is not rare.
Because most men,
that is how
I will say that most men that I know, when there's an opportunity, I want to make money first before that or anything else. Because if that's where the skill comes in, all right? There is an issue. There's something we call white lies in the industry, where you are telling someone the truth. You might not be giving them 100% of the truth, or you can give them a slight part of the truth. You're not giving them everything. You can tell the person that this deal, there are about 5 people on this deal today, and this deal will leave after today, after 24 hours, it's off the table. And this is how much you're going to lose if you miss out on this deal. That's skill.
Some will still tell you that, see, I have the money.
He's not your client.
If you're not ready, you have to go.
Man is all about business. So he wants to benefit.
Yes.
He wants to make profit.
He wants to benefit, but there are some people that are more into the pleasure.
The pleasure comes second. When he sees the profit is going to make in the business, he goes for profit first. Pleasure comes second.
Yes.
But in a situation whereby you are not telling him, you are not making him to know what is going to benefit, the value in that business, he's looking at the pleasure.
Yes.
Let him see, this is what I'm going to benefit. Yes. In that case, he's playing along with you. This other one will come after I've made this profit. You can play along. I've had the cases where they will even invite. There are cases they will even invite you to come and meet them at a hotel at night. I've accompanied my colleague before. He said, "Come and join me." The man cannot do anything when I'm there. I will just come. Hey, sorry, we close from work, and we say, "Let us see you." Since you say you should come.
Some people after that they will call the lady the next day and say, "Please don't ever call me again or tell me anything about."
Let me say something.
That's why I said, like, it's not just.
Let me say something.
Yeah.
If a guy is interested in a lady for whatever reason, irrespective of the circumstance, right? It's easier for her to convince him to do things. You know that. Now, if you now as a salesperson, your goal is to get this man to buy your property, right? And he's coming for something else, it will be easier for you to convince him to make this transaction first. That's a power that women, that's the woman power that I'm coming. It's easier than just a neutral person who doesn't have an interest in you. That's number one. Number two is there's a difference between a man who has money to buy a property and wants to buy a property, and another man who maybe or maybe not has the money, but he's not really interested in buying a property. He's interested in having pleasure. Those are two different kinds of people. If a man sees the benefit, the profit and everything, and he's still insisting he wants to go down there, then no, he's not your prospect. Just keep him in mind or keep him in view, but move on to the next person.
You see, move on to the next person.
I didn't say.
So if there are like 10 persons,
I didn't say
in business we don't say no.
We don't say no. Just keep him in view.
We don't
That's
say
the
no.
disadvantage. That's the disadvantage.
But when you talk about this, the men also have this issue.
Yes.
You see that issue they call sugar mommy.
Yes.
Some guys experience it.
Yes.
So it's all about using your
brain.
brain.
Sugar mommy alone that men face other men.
You can imagine. So it's just for you to play along with wisdom. Get the deal done. Get the deal.
Because
like I said, the business.
Like I said, if someone is interested in you, right, it's easier to get the person to do things than if the person wasn't interested. So you can use that to play to your advantage as a woman. If the guy is saying, "I want to have dinner with you," Ask him, when are we going to conclude this? As he's asking you to go out, you're asking him about the thing that is your priority. And before you know this happening, you say, okay, let us even do this one and get out of the way. And he does that. The moment he does that, you know that your job is done. It is not up to you.
But like how you are saying that these people are just stupid, that is just saying, as you are saying,
Who is stupid? Sorry, wait, come again.
The supposed client.
Is it not? But is it? Does it sound?
Do you know that?
Yes, no. How you are moving, you're not looking like so. You're always just dismissing. That
Yes.
aspect. What? How is it not sure that after you now get what you want, you now everybody? So someone that has that kind of money to make that kind of purchasing power has some level of intellect. And that's not just going to be.
Well,
Do you know?
And also, you keep missing the fact that let's say you know that there are a lot of realtors.
You're not one of those realtors. You make yourself stand out.
Yeah.
Look,
Let me answer you on this one. There are a lot of realtors. Okay.
Oh, good.
You're not understanding the fact that sometimes your client could just be someone that has a lot of money and try to convince the person that this should be a nice investment for you.
Okay. Let me now ask
Right?
you. Let me ask you a question.
Let me say
Yeah.
this is the right investment for you to make. Like you should do this, right?
Yeah.
That person that has this money, he has the money, right? Just looking for where to put it in. If he just feels that, there's really no need for me to do this business with you since you're not going to benefit me in any way. And a lot of people can come to them with offers too, with different.
Yeah, and that's the question I want. That's the question I want to ask
you understand?
you. The question is: does it mean that every woman that has closed the deal had to do something?
No, that's not what we are saying.
Exactly.
What we are saying is that
Exactly.
the men has more advantage. That's what we are saying.
That person, that rich man that have a lot of money looking for to invest with as a guy, and we just say you take me more seriously than a woman that he's actually attracted to.
Yes, exactly.
Do you understand what I'm letting you know?
The discussion here now.
Because the only problem I see that you guys say for guys is just that icebreaker. Once you have broken the ice, everything is just business from there. But as a woman, okay, the ice is easy for you to break. The business in call.
Exactly.
So that's where experience
Let
comes
me-
in. That's
let
where
me-
skill comes in.
Even with the experience and
For the
skill.
men.
For the
men.
men.
With
Like
the
what, from
experience
what
and
you are
skill.
saying, the discussion here is between male and female who has the advantage.
Yeah.
Now, in a modern society, it's supposed to be both. Everybody can sell. But in reality, what is happening in our country? In reality,
James,
We
this
can tell you-
is only Nigeria. This is a global phenomenon.
okay, I can talk about the system where I'm involved.
Yeah.
So in reality, we found that the women have that advantage. In brackets, why I say have that advantage is that you can take the advantage and close the deal without dealing or doing anything with the person. Very, very important. Okay, see now, in a situation whereby in a business that I've been to, both in banking and in real estate, you see that the female says more than the male. It's happening. Yeah, on daily basis. It's not that the male will not sell, but it takes a man who has that interest in buying the property to buy from a man. But any client that does not have that interest in buying, the person is looking at another thing. So the first is to identify the need of that person. Is he interested in buying? So once you know that this person is interested in buying, after you have tried to give him the value to the business he wants to invest in, it's okay, you close the deal.
Apart from that, there are some clients that would rather go for male salespersons, because most times they'll be like, I got these women and I don't want, make I just
There
You
are
see-
more advantage men that are mature.
look at really.
I think that at the end of the day, for me, I think that one of the most important things is to build one's skill in selling. Because like Jen mentioned, you need to be able to identify this person's needs, spoken and unspoken needs. Some people just want to be on an ego trip. They just want someone to hype them, chief, chief, just hype them and all of that. And their ego just, goes up and all. Some people also want someone to just give them some sort of guidance, advise them, and all that. For them, that's all they want. So if you identify the need of your prospect and you speak to that need, it's easier for you to get them to buy from you. All right. Instead of just focusing on it, because I think that most times when a man begins to show interest in a female salesperson, the female sort of like somehow just gets caught up in that bubble and they don't know how to deal with it. So the way to deal with it is to keep talking to the guy about what you want to do, what's the business that's bringing you there. That's how the person will either just filter themselves out and you know that this person is really serious and you can give more energy, more attention to that, or the person is not serious. So you can just maybe just keep giving that attention, but not as much as you ought to, until he comes to his senses and knows that, see, with this lady, I'm not going to get this. Let me just go and do my business and move on. So all of that is skill, and it is something that can be learned over time. So I believe that when you have a balance of knowing how to break ice as a man, it gives you an advantage. Not only breaking the ice, but also being able to sell the particular benefit of that deal.
Do you know that in our office today, really, Shelter Group Limited, I've sold more to female than male.
See?
Do I have anything to do with them? No.
Because we the women, we're not like that. We don't act like that. We're not like that.
So are we
like men? We're not like that.
Now that it is easier for a male salesperson to sell to a woman prospect, and then it's easier for a female prospect to sell to a male prospect.
Yes.
We're not saying the same thing now.
No, we're not saying the same thing. We are still on the disadvantage. You guys are on the advantage.
You have more attention from the female clients than the men.
Exactly.
We female were not like that. If we want business, we go for the business. We don't need to start looking for
another thing is that sometimes
here.
maybe the male will see a lady and he smiles. In that lady's mind, she has turned it to maybe he's eyeing me, one thing another. And the man's smile might still be very clear.
They lie.
No,
they lie. It's not true.
A man just smile at you
and no. When you're bringing business to him, no, that's not true.
It's even better for me.
Yes, because I will feel more relaxed.
Show you what I came to.
Yeah.
So nobody thinks like that. That's a valid point.
Even for example, you come to me as a salesperson. You come to me and be like, you want to. I'm not looking at, even if I'm attracted to you, I will not say anything till after we are done with the business, and I'll be like, oh, I actually like you. But male is different. As I'm coming to the table, they're already telling you what they want. I'm attracted to you. Can we see? Can we?
Maybe because they say Solomon has how many wives in the Bible. Some people say male are polygamous in nature. I don't know. But that aside, what I'm trying to tell you,
polygamous in nature. But these are the issues. These are the issues. This is what we're talking about.
Men are polygamous in nature.
Free your mind, do the business with male. They don't have anything behind to tell you. It's just for business. But they like you, you are beautiful, they smile at you.
Please, men, you guys need to calm down. Calm down for us female realtors.
Does it also help maybe if a woman you're going, if you go wear a ring, do you think it will help? Even if you're not married, maybe you're still single, but you feel like this guy is, so you put on a ring. Do you think that helps? Does that help?
It's making sense.
A lot of men, nothing concern them with your.
Yes, so they don't care.
As long as they're willing to give them what they're asking from you.
Some don't care why some actually do. So it helps a bit.
In Nigeria, a lot of men don't give a fuck about your marriage.
No, I can say no to that.
I can say no to
that. Once the ring is there, it's just something that, hey, sorry. Even when you are tracking the person,
just some of them. Some not all.
So what I'm going to say is that maybe it now helps to maybe when you are using that wisdom to now try to guide the person. If you now say we must, you can now have more excuses. Maybe your child is sick in the hospital, something happened. It's easier for the man to believe that there is a reason why you cannot do before he buys.
Or you tell your friend to call you and be like, hello, darling, yes, I'm coming home. How is the baby?
You already know the scope.
I'm already being honest.
Oh my God.
No, it's not doing this honesty.
What is better for you?
It's honesty now.
No,
it's
better for you.
Lying to me about
That is what is called.
Yes, that's the end of it.
With doing business with you. when you're not being honest.
No, that is what is called white lie.
So what?
It's not a bad thing you have said.
So
You want to get this business, and you have not deceived the person in any way, maybe because of the business transaction. What you did is that I want to get this sales, I want to deliver, and I want this deal be
Result, you want
done.
the
So
result,
you
yeah.
don't go ahead.
Because the man also is on a mission.
Expose yourself.
Because the man is on a mission
If someone
too.
is lying to you, they're married and they have a child and that. What is stopping them from lying to you about any other thing?
Wait, fine. Let me ask
They
you.
now already know why you like.
So which one is better for a woman now? That she now
So
goes to
that she
succumb
just
to the
go
guy.
around
Wait,
and
no.
and
Oh, okay, she go around sleeping with the men who want to do business with her. Is that
No, obviously not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
that women are at a disadvantage.
no. So the advantage you're having is that you can now have different things you can use to stop all of those things from happening, so that you can get your results.
But like,
Even with those things,
you're
still.
making my point for me though. Men don't have to do all those things. You can't be lying about this and making phone calls and
No.
you see.
In female,
We are dealing with
Just
reality
business
here.
from
We are dealing with
here
reality here.
onwards.
women
Yeah,
have
yeah,
advantage
yeah.
and they have disadvantage.
Mhm.
It's there. The
We are
advantage
on
is
the
there,
higher
disadvantage
risk of
is
the
there.
disadvantage.
No,
on the
it's
higher risk.
higher on advantage.
That I don't believe so.
Okay
We've heard from my colleagues. We've heard what they think. Tell us what you think about this topic in the comment section, because I know a lot of you guys will be affected by this one way or the other. Let us know what you think. Remember to like, comment, and share.
And you guys should be calming down. Men, calm down.
And I'll see you guys in our next session. Bye.
For every argument, the female always win. What you're married
That's not true.
true. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Very true. Very true. Yeah, very true. Very true.
Bye, guys.